We shouldn't glorify drug use, and I think, but at least he's honest about his addictions. And I think that's the only way you can lead to more open and educated society. So if we just go around the table now, just explaining what sort of drugs we've done in the past and and are addicted to now. Bonnie Tyler?
No drugs. Red wine. I love my red wine, you know.
You've had some tonight, haven't you?
One glass. Well, I'm sure the songwriters love it because it's cost them... He fell off his chair, the cameraman. Hey, I have to tell you, you know, you got people from Germany here. I was in Germany, in Cologne, when they had a Star Trek. Well, what happened was I checked into this hotel and I got up in the morning. I thought I'd landed on Mars. They had one of these conventions there and everybody was dressed like, you know, all these crazy costumes. You know?
Well, that'll prepare you for Eurovision.
Yeah.
Connie wants to tell you something.
This is a present for you. His name is Frank.
Frank.
Is brand new. My name is Konstantin. I'm 8 years old. And how old are you?
Oh. Oh. You should never ask me. It's my first time in Shanghai, yeah, and I've seen all the sights. I went to, you know, usual places that people love to see, and it was incredible, but amazing. And I did the skywalk, you know, yeah, I did that. My husband was terrified, but women got more balls than that.
And now with the weather, here's Bonnie.
What? Over here, it's very warm. And down here is going to be very ice cold. Up here, there's been a lot of wind. I had to go to hospital. I had to get my nodules scraped off. And you're not allowed to sing then for 6 weeks or even talk or whisper. Can you imagine me not talking or whispering? I tell you, it's hard. Hardest thing I've ever had to do, to not talk. Well, of course, I couldn't, could I? I could not talk because that's the way I am. So in the end, I was driving my mother to the hospital one day to go and visit my brother who was in there with a knee injury. And at this point now, I had to write everything down, right? And I'm driving my mother now and I'm thinking, I bet she hasn't remembered now the strawberries and cream for my brother in the fridge. So I can't just turn to her and say, hey, Mum, did you remember the strawberries and cream in the fridge, you know? So I got to pull the car over, get the pen, get the pad, write down, did you remember the strawberries and cream? Show it to my mother. Oh, no, she said. I went, ah!
Right, Bill and Bonnie, here are yours for Krishnan and Guru Murthy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Down, 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 down.
No, it doesn't go that too quickly. It goes ding, 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 then back up, ding, 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 ding,
I don't know this one.
You don't know it.
Okay.
Oh, it's too long ago.
Bonnie, can you guess what it is? Christian, any idea?
I know the answer, but I don't know what it is.
It sounds a bit Elvis Costello-y.
No,
It's not Elvis Costello.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Oh, dear.
Can I sing then the other part of it?
You can sing. Do you want to sing something else?
Da-da-da-dum-dum.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it.
Hang on, that wasn't the
Oh, I
intro.
can have that. Can I have that?
Yeah, go on.
I think we're alone now.
Yes!
Tiffany?
Yeah, also, it was the Girls Aloud version. You sang something that wasn't the intro, which is cheating.
So can I not have that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel bad, but I don't want to upset Bonnie.
You don't mind upsetting me, Sam?
I know, because you're not a drunk. Anything could happen.
My big sister will come here and tell you off.
What does she drink?
Nothing.
She goes to church. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then we will sit down and she'll forgive me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It was.
We haven't finished.
I don't get very starstruck by anybody,
I'm sure.
but I did with Paul McCartney. I thought, oh my God, so I couldn't, after I met him, right, I couldn't wait to get on the phone and to tell my husband who I'd met, But he wasn't there. My mother answered the phone and I said, oh, Mum, I said, you'll never guess who I've met today. Oh, I don't care who it is, she said, you'll never meet another boy like our Robert. I said, Paul McCartney, Mum. Oh, lovely, she said, but you'll never meet another man like Robert.
Your time begins now.
Thank you.
Turn around.
Bright eyes.
It's not what I've got here.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely when I dream of something wild.
No.
Every now and then I fall apart.
No.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified and then I see the look in your eyes.
Correct. Next one. Turn around.
The luck that I've had also in their
Чули цю
careers.
пісню в їхній кар'єрі і пісню 1983 року.
Okay.
Do you know what the Eurovision Song Contest is?
No.
It's very good.
Explain to me.
It will be this year.
Yeah.
You host it.
No, I don't host it.
You don't know. Well, no. Well,
I talk over it.
For us, you do.
Yeah. I annoy people. No, it's a pan European,
yeah.
and we use the word European very loosely. Song contest, and Bonnie Tyler here is representing the United Kingdom.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We're just hoping that we don't come last for a change,
Of course. Laughing now.
Another one bites dust. She looks like Cher.
She does, but she appears to be crying sand.
She should swallow it.
What?
To get the Bonnie Tyler sound.
Actually, I did.
I'm like a bird.
Actually, when I was young, I did used to eat sand.
A mystery solved, ladies and gentlemen. What we've pixelated?
A big blob of honey.
Honey?
Yes, honey.
Bonnie
Or-
Tyler's natural enemy.
Hey! What do you think you're doing with my dancers?
Your dancers, you can keep them now.
And that's the worst singing voice I've ever heard.
That's a bit much. You were in the Eurovision. Neil Pratt.
Come on, boys! I need a hero! In the Grammy Awards, actually, Michael did speak to me.
Did he?
Yes. At the party after the show, going back to 1983 now.
Yeah.
And we're all in this big party, and he was sitting there with LaToya and who's the famous producer he's got now? Quincy Jones!
There we go.
That's right, yeah. Anyway, he's sitting there, and he said, "Hi, Bonnie. How you doing?" I said, "Oh, thank you very well, thank you." I didn't say to him, "Well, I was doing better before you won the game."
Exactly right.
No. I remember being on one of the podiums and they put a mic stand there, and I wanted to have I wanted the lead and the mic, I prefer to work like that. So I went to pick up the stand and, can't do that. More than your job's worth, the boys. Everybody had a job, and one of them was some guy was to move the mic stands. I said, "It's okay, I can just move it to there." No, you can't do that. Well, they always have these cameras underneath your chin, looking up your nose. You could see all the fillings in your mouth. I couldn't watch it half the time. I was like, oh no.
Okay.
Carry on, next one. Christian has never looked so terrified. And he is reported from war-torn Kashmir, so...
It sounds country and western.
Yes?
Go ahead.
It's Johnny Cash.
With...
Ring of Fire.
It's correct, it's Absolute Savage. Oh my goodness.
Love is a burning fire.
Thank you, merci beaucoup. I'm trying to forget my birthdays now. What are you trying to do to me?
I remember seeing the video for that. We were just wandering around in a field
Oh,
or something.
God, wasn't that terrible?
That was a terrible video.
Oh, it
Very
is
cheap.
terrible.
It was like, here's the idea. You're singing about being lost in France. We'll put you in a cornfield somewhere, and we'll pretend you're lost. How's that for a concert?
It was a driveway to a chateau, actually, with all these tree-lined... Oh, but I was
Not a lot of
wobbling
thought
all
went into
over
that.
the
You were
place
just- yeah.
with my heels.
It did look like you just lost your keys or something. And then,
Do you think there's any significance in number two's different coloured jeans?
Ah. There's the journalism degree, ladies and gentlemen.
And also, he's got cowboy boots on, and they were very fashionable in those days.
yes, they will. That's the kind of thing they used to wear back in them days.
You sure are a good looker.
Well, thank you. You're sure a pretty lady yourself.
Was ist das? Hey? Hyperwork. Schnaps. Schnaps! Oh mein Gott! Was ist das? Schnaps! Punch! Danke schön.